Welcome back to another episode of Fantasy Endzone. As always, I'm your host, Jake. You can follow me on X, Twitter, whatever you call it, at Louis Lewis 5. That's LEWYLEWIS, and the number 5. It's also right there on the screen for you if you're on the YouTube. And if you're listening to podcasts, this is coming out on Wednesday, so thank you for tuning in to today's show. And on today's show, I will be going over news that's happening around the league. We're talking about quarterbacks right now this week, giving you probably 5 to 10 players that why I think they're ranked how they are. And of course, giving you my rookie of the week. A hidden gem. It's not going to be like a first round draft pick in your rookie mocks or rookie dynasty leagues. It's going to be a hidden gem. So without further ado, let's get fantasy. So, welcome to the 2026 offseason. I'm going to start posting under hashtag every single time on X, whatever, Twitter, whatever you want to say. All my tweets are going to be hashtag FF2026 offseason. So, you'll get a whole bunch of information and news that's happening around the league. Like yesterday, the Miami Dolphins were basically the first ones to strike with let's clean house, and they sure the hell did. Releasing Bradley Chubb, edge rusher, James Daniels, an offense lineman, Nick Westbrook-Akine. Yes, he used to be the guy that played for the Titans. He actually played for Miami last year. The guy that always caught the touchdowns. He had like 10 catches, 7 touchdowns. You know, that guy, yeah. No one remembers him anymore. And, of course, Tyreek Hill, wide receiver. With this, him getting released, it's a matter of when it was going to happen, not if. They save money in the cap space. With all 4 of those guys, it freed up $54 million. What does this actually mean for the Dolphins? Seems like they're willing to either cut or trade and pay some of or a large chunk of Tua's contract. So this coming year, Miami Dolphin fans, brace yourself for a tanking season and relaunching in 2027. Perhaps Arch Manning with Quinn Ewers. Wouldn't that be something in the pros? I'm just kidding. But going back to Hill's release, chat, where do you see him going? Where do you want him to go? The biggest issue is he going to come back healthy? He had dislocated, or I think it was a dislocated knee and torn ACL, just a bunch of damage there structurally. Is he going to come back healthy? Is there too many question marks? His time in Miami has ended, but I want to know, where do you see him going? Does he return to the Chiefs? Does he go to division rival, the Bills? Does he go to the Steelers, Vikings? Where do you want to see Tyreek Hill go to next? For me personally, I am a Packer fan, but I would say the Bills. They're in desperation for home run hitting wide receiver. Khalil Shakir, you're good, but you're not the answer. Keon Coleman, your GM doesn't even want you there. He didn't even want to draft you. And Sean McDermott wanted to draft you, and you see where he is. He's out the door. But, yeah, I don't know what to expect from his release. where he's going to go. It's hard to say currently, but I am going to say the Bills make a whole lot of sense. And I think he would probably give them a discount just because of the injury, but he also might go back to the Chiefs on like a hometown discount, if you will. But nonetheless, it sucks for him, but it was a matter of when it was going to happen. Before I get into the rookies, though, my rankings for the rookies, let's hear a word from the Podfather.
Rookie draft season is now, and you know that because on Fast Draft we have the Origins tournament. That's right, the first, way too early, all rookie tournament is live. There's a $10,000 prize pool. Start practicing for your rookie drafts and leverage your knowledge of rookies by winning cash. And given that it's close to 50% full, if not already well beyond 50% full, a lot of those drafts included players that actually did not come out. So every draft that happens from here until this thing fills, you're getting positive EV. So go to fastdraft.app, get the app, and sign up with your host promo code for a $50 deposit match, or use code FAST. Fast Draft is the next hot fantasy game, so get out there and start drafting faster.
Yeah, go ahead and download Fast Draft and use my promo code Lewis, Lewis, for a dollar for dollar match up to $50 on your first deposit. And join me and everyone else here from Player Profiler and compete against us. I believe that Rookie Origins currently is like 65% filled, so I'm in it pretty much one a day at this moment. So go ahead and join and you can compete against me. Now let's get down to business. 2026 rookie class for quarterbacks. There's one home run pick, in my opinion, we already know who we're going to talk about, number one overall. And there's a big reason. It's Fernando Mendoza. He is my number one quarterback rank. He's in his own tier. Tier one by far above the rest of the class. I mean, hell, he's a national champion, Heisman winner. He's going to be number one overall draft pick. There's only been two other players besides what he's going to do and accomplish and be in the same year. He's going to join Joe Burrow and Cam Newton for a Heisman winner and national championship champion and first overall draft pick, all in the same year. He's going to go to the Raiders. He's going to be surrounded by a whole bunch of talent with playmakers of Brock Bowers and Ashton Jeantu, who they just spent, 2 first-round picks on the last back-to-back years. Now you're getting your franchise quarterback, and you're getting a great offensive-minded coach. And it's good for him because Clint Kubiak is the right hire for the Raiders, and it makes a whole lot of sense for Fernando Mendoza to go there. Now, the only thing that the Raiders for sure need to do is shore up that offense line. They got like $100 million to spend this offseason. Spend it wisely. I know there's talks about Max Crosby on the defense side of the ball. And if they get rid of him, guess what? That just means more money that they have to spend. And they need to spend it on offensive line and maybe another playmaker. I mean, a great one that I would love to see is like A.J. Brown going there. That'd be amazing. But I don't think that'll happen. Anyways, we're talking about rookie quarterbacks today, not hypotheticals. But strengths, prototypical size frame. I mean, around 6'5" with a sturdy build. Mendoza has the ideal NFL quarterback frame. And he sees over everyone on the offensive line. He's good pocket toughness. Short to intermediate accuracy is one of the strongest in this class. Strong ball placement on slants, digs, crosses. Ball security, he doesn't turn the ball over as much as, one would maybe think he would. He makes the smart plays. I think he I think, honestly, in a couple of years, he's going to be a great quarterback. Leadership. I mean, hell, anytime you hear his press conferences or post-game interviews, he's just he's a hoot. I guess I think I said that last time when I talked about Mendoza. He is a hoot. He is always saying, the right things, I believe. I'm doing it for my team, puts God ahead of everything. And that's the kind of guy you want. I believe at Cal, he kept on getting sacks and turnovers. And now at Indiana, he turned over. He didn't really get much of anything, sacks or turnovers. He is a hell of a player this year. Weaknesses, limited mobility. So he's not going to give you a huge rushing upside for fantasy. And that's what us fantasy gamers are more intrigued by is what is he going to do for me in fantasy? But he's not a dynamic playmaker with his legs. Unless if it's fourth down and you're trying to win a national championship, of course he's going to be running in for a touchdown. No, but his arm strength is capped at a ceiling. He's not going to be the strongest arm in this class. Excuse me. And he processes his speed and reads when under pressure. But if I had to give him a pro comp, I see a lot of Kirk Cousins. He's a rhythm passer, short intermediate route, accuracy and everything. He's going to be amazing in Clint Kubiak's offense. Clint Kubiak just had Sam Darnold as one of the top quarterbacks last year in fantasy and in real football. I mean, hell, they just won the Super Bowl. I'm going to say this now. In 3 years, he's going to be probably, I'm going to say top 12 quarterback in the NFL, but maybe 15th in fantasy, top 15. I think he's going to be QB1 in 3 years. Yeah, I guess, yeah, he'll be a QB1, so top 12 in 3 years. Give this team even I'm going to say 2 years. 2 years, top 12. Not this year, but his sophomore year, he's going to be in the top 12 as a fantasy weapon, I guess you would say. Moving on to my next one, Ty Simpson. He's in the second class right now, or second tier, I guess you would say. Questionable where he might be drafted. It's all under, all up in the air. There's potential people saying for the Rams to draft him at 13 and sit behind Matthew Stafford, learn the system, get to know. He is more of a raw talent than he has limited starts so far in his college career. So that's where it's but if he could learn the system for the Raiders and Sean McVay's offense, I think it could be a great fit for him in the future. Other potential suitors, Steelers, Jets, Cardinals are just some of the teams that need a quarterback. And I always have a horrible feeling when a guy is so raw, only so many starts. You always look for that threshold of how many starts did they do in college. And he doesn't eclipse it, but that's where it's going to struggle. Like, Jets are the team to go to if you want to be drafted in the first round or whatever the case may be. And horrible for your rookie salary or your rookie contract. And then you could be a Super Bowl champ. Congrats, Sam Darnold. For now for the strengths and weaknesses, he has like one of the strongest arms in this year's class. He can deliver deep outs, strong passer over the linebackers. When watching him, he's very athletic, actually, with his feet, which is also another plus side for us fantasy gamers. He should get you 300 to 400 yards rushing, at least 300 yards rushing every year with his legs. He's not a Lamar Jackson type runner, but he will take off. He's more of a Baker Mayfield. Let's say Baker Mayfield. I mean, he rushes usually for 300 yards, and he'll get you a couple touchdowns here and there, which is what we need and what we want for fantasy. Quick release. He's got a lot of RPOs, package schemes back in college. Decision making, though, is one of his weak points. He will trust his arm a little bit too much and force throws into tight windows. So the field vision as well is going to be another issue. But again, limited game samples. Hasn't really had the starting job for too long just this year. So he's more raw than, like I said, than skilled, I guess you'd put it that way. If I have to give him a player comp, it might be Baker Mayfield. It's like a comp between Jared Goff, but more mobile, and Baker Mayfield. Strong arm, functional mobility, can run a pro offense, and can be an efficient starter in their right structured system. So I think he's going to be a lot of our fantasy gamers' number 2 quarterback in this year's draft. The next guy I'm really high on too. The hype is probably getting a little bit more warmer for him. Garrett Nussmeier. He's also, to me, he's in that second tier with Ty Simpson. I think I just like what he brings to the table. Comes from great bloodlines. His dad, I believe, is the OC in New Orleans for the Saints. To me, if I'm the Rams, I am passing on Ty Simpson and getting a couple other elite players in the, I think they have the 13th and the 29th pick. So I'm getting more of a elite team playmakers, especially on the defense side of the ball. I mean, if you could get the top corner in this year's draft from LSU, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but do you guys know, chat? Let me know. I can't remember what's his name, but he might be even there for number 13, and that's who I would take over Ty Simpson. I believe then in second round, you draft Garrett Nussmeier. That is my thoughts. I believe Nussmeier is closer to the Sean McVay offense, like Stafford, than Simpson is. His strength and weakness, elite arm talent. He throws the ball in tight windows. I mean, that's a good and a bad, but he's a natural thrower. Loose, fluid release, can throw at multiple different angles, the side, the over top. He's not going to have a lot of wheels, so he's more of a pure pocket passer. So you're looking at like a 4,500 yard, 30 touchdown type player you might get out of him, which is what Matthew Stafford is. So it'd be pretty much the similar line as Matthew Stafford, but he does with the tight window. He trusts his arm a little too much, in my opinion. So that's where he's going to get the hero ball, you would say, and turnovers can be an issue for him. Again, not a dual threat quarterback for us fantasy gamers. If I had to give him a player comp, Jameis Winston, very limited mobility, big arm talent, fearless attacking tight windows, vertical mindset, turnover prone, I guess you would say. I could be a 4,500 yard passer. Again, 30 touchdowns, probably have like 20 receptions of potential, just like Jameis Winston. I really like him, and I'm going to be taking stabs at him for sure, especially if he goes to a team like the Rams. A lot of people are going to probably try to take him later on in rookie drafts. If he does go to the Rams, I'm going to probably select him like second round because I just believe in him 100%. Number 4. What is my number 4 and 5? Okay. Is going to be, where'd he go? Carson Beck, national champion runner-up. He's got a lot of experience. He brings a lot of experience to the table, high-level processing. He's accurate ball placement. I mean, we've seen it during the college championship playoffs, I guess you would say. Fitting tight ball windows, great pocket presence, slides side to side. I know a lot of people thought that was an issue at Georgia, and then it looked like in Miami he cleaned up a lot of it. It also helped that Mark Fletcher gave him a lot of ability to, just hand the ball off and take a lot of the pressure off, but also doing the play action and everything else. Rhythm thrower, again, very pro base style of quarterback. Some of his weaknesses, again, limited mobility, average rushing upside, probably like 200, 250 yards, probably max. Good arm strength, but not elite. He's not going to get the ball, drive it down the field. I mean, hell, we've seen the last pass of his college career really underthrew his wide receiver and was picked off for the game-winning interception. I would say he's more of a Mac Jones type quarterback with less of an arm than Mac Jones, if you would say. High, just not that much. Yeah, I just think he's not going to have that much volume. I'm going to say he's a poor man's Mac Jones. If I had to honestly guess where he could go, I almost think maybe even Green Bay takes a stab at him because Malik Willis is gone. And yes, I am a Packer fan. I'd embrace him coming to Green Bay, learn behind Jordan Love. But again, he's not going to be probably picked until the 4th, 5th round. So I have a hard time for him having any light of day, I guess you would say, in the NFL. My next guy, I'll talk about him, and then I'll go to the next through the 6 through 10 and kind of cover their pro comps. It's going to be like another 30-minute show because, hey, I'm a dad. I got to get my kids from their sporting events and everything else. Go ahead and, though, pause it right now. Hit the follow, like, subscribe button if you're watching on the YouTube channel. And if you're listening to the podcast, please pause it and hit the little bell notification. Give us a little 5-star review. Greatly appreciate it. Helps me. It helps the channel. And it knows it helps the algorithm and helps me grow this podcast and show. Number 5, Taylen Green from Arkansas. I mean, this guy is 6'6", speed, long strides. If you watch him at the Senior Bowl, just a couple practices, it looked like, I mean, I'm going to maybe take it out of Todd McShay show. It's effortless. He literally takes 3 steps and he's got like 7 yards. And just that type of speed, it's great for fantasy. But he's going to have to somehow have an injury happen. He ain't going to do a team that's going to be, hey, you're our starter from day one for sure. No, he's not going to. But he does have the rushing upside. Looks like probably, I mean, yeah, 500 plus yards. And even in college, had true 600 yards rushing every single season in the college level. He's weakness, though, again, he's not an elite quarterback. His pocket, passing consistency is off. It's not going to be – he's going to tuck it and run more times than he's going to be sitting in the pocket under pressure. And if he is under pressure, expect him to get loose with the ball and sail the ball or have a lot of turnovers. So I have an issue with him as a actual quarterback, hence why his comp is Justin Fields to me. Big frame, strong, long strides for speed, dangerous, in the design run game. But he has issues with his mechanics. Relies heavily on his athleticism rather than his skill set, I guess. Making the easy throw, he's going to try to keep on driving down. Another guy, he kind of reminds me of Anthony Richardson. Big, strong arm, quick, fast. And instead of doing the little 3-yard check down to a running back, I'm going to just throw it up for a home run. No. Or, well, let me just tuck it and run and get concussed. I think in the NFL level, that's what's going to happen with him if he keeps on trying to run like how Anthony Richardson did or how Justin Fields. I mean, we see Justin Fields as a quarterback right now. So that's who I would compare him to. Now, 6 through 10, I'll just kind of briefly talk about them. Number 6 is Cade Klubnik. Right, yeah. Cade Klubnik, and he is supposed to be like one of the top guys in the NFL, or coming out of college, he was supposed to be like one of the top guys. Unfortunately, it did not happen for him. To me, he's like a player comp of Teddy Bridgewater. Maybe the accuracy and timing, pure arm talent, but he does struggle in consistency, pocket pressure, tight spaces, deep ball mechanics, a lot of it. He does have a lot of experience, but he didn't handle the pressure as well as you had hoped. Yeah, a lot of issues with him. Let's see. Who's Mecca? There we go. Couldn't find it with all my notes. Number 7, Drew Aller. He should have came out last year, and you're going to hear me say that to about every Penn State player. I mean, running backs in a couple weeks or next week. But his player or pro comp, Jimmy Garoppolo, has the typical, 6'5", built structure, accurate rhythm thrower, poised decision maker. But let's not get over hype on that. Limited deep ball. I mean, he's not a dual. He is a dual threat, but not. He's more of your trying to be in pocket passer. But he rushes his throws. His decision making is not there fully, and I'm not too thrilled, especially after what we've seen from last year when he got hurt. Cole Payton from North Dakota State is number 8. I read an article. He's moving up draft boards. I think I think I just read something like he might be the number 2 quarterback drafted. I don't see it. I don't think so. Pro comp, maybe like a earlier Russell Wilson. I mean, he is very athletic. Mobility. I think he had like 700 yards rushing last year and 13 touchdowns. But that is in the SBS or whatever. So I haven't watched too much tape on him, but from what I can see, his football IQ, he reads a lot of defenses quickly and structured plays. Some of his weaknesses, accuracy on timing, injury concern, being a mobile quarterback, also not elite defenses he faced. And I know we shouldn't say this, but being a lefty, to me, I don't know a good left-handed quarterback that came in the league and has thrived. I know it's not their fault that they're a lefty and all this. I mean, it kind of is, but maybe not. But I think that's a weakness. I mean, ask Tua, see how he feels about it. Number 9, Diego Pavia, maybe like a poor man Kenny Pickett. Small hands, but small body as well. I think what were you coming in 5'8" at the Senior Bowl? So he's going to have a hard time looking over the offensive line. He's going to struggle for that, and it's not going to be pretty. Very high IQ, though, as you know, he was a Heisman finalist, but I don't see him making it too far in the NFL. And I'll just say my number 10, Sawyer Robertson from Baylor. It's like almost like a Tyler Huntley. I'll just leave it at that, I guess. He ain't the Pro Bowl Tyler Huntley either, so yeah. Now for the Rookie of the Week. My Rookie of the Week. Again, these are hidden gem players in your rookie drafts that you could be targeting late in your draft. I sure the hell I am. A couple that I hit last year would be Woody Marks, Kyler Monungai. Those are just a few that I've talked about last year. This year, this is my first week doing it. I'm really liking this player. Never bet against wide receiver U. It's not Ohio State. Huh? No, it is not. What am I talking about? LSU. LSU has a wide receiver, Aaron Anderson. In 2024, Anderson led the Tigers with 61 receptions, 884 yards, and 5 touchdowns. Yes, he did not have that great of a 2025 season. He was third on the team with 33 receptions, fourth on the team with 398 yards, and didn't have any touchdowns. In week 5, Anderson did suffer a strained elbow and was dealing with inflammation during the preseason, even with that in his knee. Played the rest of the season also with an elbow brace, did miss the final 4 games, and he skipped the bowl game because of entering the NFL. I know that may concern you. Yes. But listen, Garrett Nussmeier, LSU's quarterback, and I just talked about him on the show. I love Garrett Nussmeier. He also sustained an injury, his oblique in preseason practice. He re-aggravated it in the week 3 game against Florida. Why am I saying this? Anderson, during the first 3 games, picked up right where he left 2024 season. Week 1, against the 4th-ranked team at the time, Clemson, we thought they were going to be great. 6 catches, 99 yards. Week 2, 8 catches, 73 yards. Week 3, 4 catches, 75 yards. Then Nussmeier got hurt. Before that, would have been on pace roughly about 48 catches, 658 yards. And both Nussmeier and Anderson were playing hurt, playing through the pain. So it shows their toughness on both sides, Nussmeier and Anderson's. But Anderson will be at the NFL Combine in a couple weeks and should have a solid performance with elite speed and should post around like a 4.3, 4.34, something like around there in the 40, and should be skyrocketing up NFL draft boards. Also could definitely jump on the big boards with a good performance in the shuttle and 3-cone drill. At the Senior Bowl, scouts did take notes about his speed and separation ability, which he kept winning one-on-ones against other corners at the Senior Bowl and flashed what he can do with his speed. The downfall, I will tell you, he's 5'7", 5'8" range and only 177, 188, 188 pounds, which is very undersized compared to typical wide receivers that we are accustomed to and wanting in the NFL. But be like me, I'm going to take my shots in my rookie drafts in the third, fourth. If you have a fifth round, don't let them slide. And again, don't bet against LSU, aka wide receiver U. So that's who I'm taking, and that is my rookie of the week, Aaron Anderson, LSU wide receiver. Put it on the board. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. Wrap it up. Fantasy Endzone. We are here every week on the Player Profiler YouTube Now Plus channel. Every Tuesday we are here. I will be here. And if you're listening to podcast, again, this is on Wednesday. So if other information comes out, I apologize. But of course, YouTube, subscribe, leave a comment. Give me a thumbs up or down. Let me know what your thoughts are. I encourage you to do that. Also, you can follow me on X, Twitter, whatever you call it. DM me if you have any fantasy football questions at Louis Lewis 5. If you're on the podcast, give it a thumbs up or click the little bell notification. Give me a review, 5-star, hopefully. Talk trash about me. I don't care. Helps me. It helps the channel grow. It helps me truly. Next week, I will have a guest with me, Chev. As long as the work schedules match, he will be joining me, and I don't know, we'll definitely have rookie of the week for sure, but maybe we do a mock draft, or we just talk about some of these guys. What would you guys want to see? Let me know in the chat, and I can work it up. So you don't want to miss that next week anyways. So tune in. As always, tune in here at Player Profiler for expert analysis and tips for fantasy. And follow us all here. We're always here. And I'll see you fantasy heads next week. Till then, take care. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
From the Podfather to you, I deeply appreciate you tuning in. And many ask, what can I do? What can I do to help support the hosts, the research they do, the production costs? Go to playerprofiler.com, Dynasty Deluxe, World Famous Draft Kit, Rankings, DFS Dominator, and of course, data analysis. Subscribe to any one of those, and you support all of us and take Player Profiler to the moon.